Hi, I'm Autumn, and I'm the owner, designer, and content creator of Liberated Lotus. I want to take a few minutes today and share a little bit about myself and my story with you, because I'm a big believer in the power of stories and sharing them with one another. So, I hope that you will watch and learn a little bit about me and why I decided to start a business and how I got there. So, on October 20th, 2000, a Libra queen was born. And I was born here in Baltimore to a teen mother who decided to give me up for adoption. I was fortunate enough to be adopted by my amazing mother and my dad. While my dad and I don't have the best relationship right now, growing up, he was there for me and we had a good relationship. And so I give him a lot of credit for who I am today as well. And I love him a lot. However, my mom, she is the powerhouse of this family, the backbone. She is the one who, from day one, said that she wanted us, and so she was going to give us everything that she could within her power, and that's exactly what she did. I would not be who I am today, where I am today, without my mom. Everything I am because of her, and I'm so eternally grateful for her love and for her effort and for all that she has done for my brother and I, who is also adopted, and we share the same birth mother. So growing up, I was a very loved, very happy, very safe kid. I was very emotional as a kid. I consider myself an empath today because of the way that I took on emotions as a kid. I cried a lot, especially in school. So growing up, I had always gone to predominantly white institutions since I was 6 years old. And throughout middle school, I was one of 4 black students in my grade. And only 2 handfuls throughout the whole school. And so I was bullied a lot, especially in middle school, seeing as I was a minority and because I was very overweight as a child up until I was about 17. So I suffered a lot in middle school with bullying, and I was also mean because people were mean to me, which wasn't okay, but it's how I coped. And I didn't have many friends. I had about 2 friends throughout middle school. And while I loved my friends, that was not enough to save me from the sadness and emotion that I felt for being isolated and bullied. I developed severe anxiety and depression, but I was not diagnosed with or helped with any of that until I got to high school. I'd matriculated to a Quaker school for high school, and socially it was a lot better for me. I made some amazing friends who I still love today, and they helped a lot throughout my high school experience, especially when my family went through a very big shift. My parents split up. It was a very messy split up and a very messy divorce that carried through until about my senior year. So they played a big role in helping me through that. But I was still, while I was doing better, I was still very sad and very anxious all the time. And I thought I could do it by myself, but after all that had happened with my family, clearly I couldn't. And so I spent most of my days crying and talking to my bestie, the school counselor. And she ended up helping me reach out to my mom, who helped me get in contact with a psychiatrist and therapist. And I got on medication. I started going to therapy, working out my issues and everything. And things started to look up my junior year of high school. I decided that I wanted to be in control. I didn't want to be sad. I didn't want to be fat, and I didn't want to be unhappy. So I decided to work on all of that. And while I was getting my mental health in order, I hit the gym and I went to a holistic health care center where I did a unique kind of weight loss program. And I went from 200 pounds to 140. And I'm only 5'2", so that's a big number to hit, 200. So after doing that and losing all that weight, I decided that I wanted to be a trainer. So I was very involved in group fitness classes at my gym with my mom. And so I decided I wanted to be a body pump instructor. And so my senior year, the year that I came back with a vengeance for life and happiness, I did that. I got my certification and I am a certified Les Mills body pump instructor. And I just overall really started to flourish, to bloom my senior year of high school and started heading in the best possible direction. I gained so much confidence and happiness between my junior and senior year that I really got my shit together that year. And so I started dating a little bit. I had a whole lot of confidence and I just really just started to love life again. And my senior year, after graduating that summer, I traveled quite a bit with my aunt, and I spent that summer chilling, relaxing with my friends, you know, doing things that made me happy, some things that I shouldn't have been doing. But every lesson I have learned along the way has been a blessing and has brought me closer and closer to the person that I'm growing into and the person that I want to be. So I'm thankful for every single lesson that I learned and thankful for all those people who helped me learn them. And so after my senior summer, which was lit to say the least, I started college and I moved in to Ursinus College, met my roommate, Ella, my soul sister, and we had the best possible college experience together, I think. She and I are two peas in a pod. I think we're meant for each other. And when I say soul sister, I think the universe knew that our parents could not handle both of us in the same household, so they brought us together this way. And I could not imagine my college experience without her. We lived it up. We had our own little lives, and we made some amazing friends that I hope will stay in my life forever. And we just had a good time. And we lived and loved and learned and grew together. And I literally can't imagine my life without her now. Especially the way that we handled our shit. First semester, freshman year, I was bullied. In college, yes, in college I was bullied again. And by a group of black girls nonetheless. And no, I was not doing anything I shouldn't have been doing this time. It was unprovoked. But that's life, and there are bullies everywhere, and one of the biggest lessons I learned is that you have to face them at every point. Ignoring it won't make it go away. And so my freshman year of college was really a season of growing and blooming for me into owning my voice and owning my power, and I did exactly that. Especially my winter break, I decided that I wanted some more personal growth, and so I dove into a couple of books. The first two books I read completely shifted everything once again. The first books I read were You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero, it's the yellow copy, and The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And these two books completely shifted my perception of the world, of myself, and of others. And just turned me in a direction that I never saw coming. I wanted personal growth, and I got consciousness, spirituality and faith, happiness, answers to questions I didn't even know I had, clarity, and so much more. I can't imagine not picking up those first books, because the person I am now is profoundly different than the person I was when I started college. And it's amazing what some books and podcasts, I love podcasts too, will do for you when you decide that you want better for yourself and decide that you want to take your life and your journey into your hands. And so that's what I did, and that's what I want to encourage others to do, because this information is so important. The research, the science, the literature, I want this to be accessible for everybody, and for everyone to have the chance of growing themselves and their mindset and elevating themselves to a point where they are happy and free and liberated and they can bloom where they're planted. And that's my biggest mission behind the Liberated Lotus, to make this information accessible to people my age, to people of color, to women, because it's not fair that old, white, educated people are receiving this information to consciousness and freedom and liberation, and my people can't. Young people can't, because they're not actively looking for it. And so I'm gonna throw it in your face with some t-shirts and my blog, and I encourage you to take it upon yourself to find some books that you like, some podcasts that you like, that will elevate your mindset, your thoughts, and your consciousness. Because once you decide that you want your power and you take it, there is no end to what we can do. And there is science and literature and proof to back it up. And that's what I'm offering. Because I'm still growing and I'm still learning, but I can be a student and a teacher. And I don't need the degrees to share my experiences and the learning and growth that I have gotten. And so that's exactly what I intend to do, because it would be selfish not to keep all this goodness and love and happiness for myself. And so I hope that in learning a little bit about my story and how I got here, you will see me as somebody who can guide and offer help to others who have experienced similar things and who want what I have gotten out of my readings and research. Because I really do believe that we are here for more. We all have a purpose. We all deserve to be happy and loved and fulfilled. But it won't happen on its own. You have to decide that you want that for yourself, and then you have to take it. And so, in taking it, I hope that you will also take my advice and my research and the research of professionals and use that to your advantage, because it's amazing. So I hope that you've enjoyed getting to learn a little bit about me and hearing a little of my story. And I hope that you will be encouraged to bloom where you're planted and be a liberated lotus. Thanks.